I think it's hot.
It was average but sexy.
Like hot average.
Like a 6, but kind of a 9. Hey humans, I'm Amanda Montel, and this is The Dirty Word, where sex and language get it on. Today we have here the one, the only, the utterly hilarious Jill Gutowitz. Hi! Thank you so much for being here.
Of course.
Please tell the fine people of the internet what you do.
Like existentially or like what I actually do?
What you do, where they can find you
Right.
on the internet.
You can follow me on Twitter at Jillboard. I'm a writer and a producer and an internet person.
She's a content creator.
Wow.
Today, Jill and I are going to be playing a game. I think I'll call it the sexy sounding celebrity challenge, aka would you this person's speaking voice? None of these really roll off the tongue, but we'll just go with it. So today's game was actually inspired by a recent episode from the YouTube show ASAP Thought, which I highly recommend. It is very informative and entertaining. This recent episode touched on the idea of what makes a person's speaking voice attractive. Now, there are a number of elements that contribute to a person's speaking voice being perceived as attractive. Pitch is one of these elements. Actually, the episode shared a bit of research that showed that in romantic situations, women tend to drop the pitch of their speaking voice.
What?
I'm suddenly flushed. And men actually tend to raise the pitch of their speaking voice. So I found that interesting, a little bit counterintuitive. Accents are also a factor that contribute to someone's speaking voice being sexy or not. I'm partial to the Irish accent. But then there are other accents that aren't seen as super sexy. You're from New Jersey.
Yeah, Amanda. No, I'm just gonna go.
The episode also showed that the perceived attractiveness of somebody's speaking voice has been linked to physical health. So there might be an evolutionary advantage to having a sexy speaking voice. So to me, this was all super fascinating, so I thought we would put together an experiment of our own. Here is how it's going to work. I had a third party put together a list of recordings of celebrity speaking voices. Neither Jill nor I know the identities of the celebrities in these recordings, but we're going to listen to each one, evaluate the voices, determine whether or not we find them particularly sexy, and then we're going to guess to see if we can figure out who the celebrity is in each recording. And of course, I have a lovely assistant here, Laura. She's going to be telling us whether or not we guessed right. Come say hi.
Hello. I'm going to tell them whether they're right or not.
Okay,
They'll probably
good.
be wrong.
Bye. So let's jump right in, shall we? I'm like nervous.
I know, Sam.
I feel like I'm gonna be horrible at this. Let's find out.
And you're like, hey, how you doing? And you always have one eye on the bathroom, and it's like, so what have you been up to? Because if you get into any real conversation,
You can't.
like, oh my God, I just got engaged and da-da-da-da. Sorry, I gotta go.
Not attractive.
Not attractive
Not
at all.
attractive, no.
It's very Kermit the Frog.
Yeah, he sounded like goofy, like he was like doing like voice acting.
It sounded very like warbly and throaty.
Yeah.
Like he had a bubble in his throat.
Yeah. I feel like I know who it is. Can I guess?
Yeah.
Is it? Do you think it's Chris Pratt?
Oh, that's a very good guess. You know, when he first started talking, I thought it was Seth Rogen,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna go with
I
your
feel like
guess.
it could be.
Are we right?
No, it's John Krasinski,
What?
Oh.
who you would think is, I think a lot of people find attractive when you look at him.
He's very like boy next door to me.
His voice
Huh.
matches his like level of attractiveness.
Yeah, I would agree. Yikes. Number 2.
You have to work hard. You have
Right.
to, study up. And finally, I was approved, and then you have to kind of go in and you have to do what they call an interview, and you have to know your stuff.
Okay, my first instinct, I know we're supposed to discuss it first.
Yeah.
But my first instinct was that was Pink.
I thought Pink too, but I also was like maybe Ronda Rousey.
Oh.
I feel like we're just immediately like, ooh, who is it?
Well, I thought it was a sexy voice.
I thought it was sexy.
It's very like deep
Yeah.
and kind of like a little bit raspy.
Yeah, and she like doesn't really care.
It was nonchalant.
Cause like if we're gonna hook up, like you shouldn't care. My dating life.
Who was it?
This person is across the board sexy. It's Charlize Theron.
That's
Oh,
Charlie. What?
whoa.
Wait, can we hear it again now that I know?
Yeah, Charlize Theron. Theron.
And finally, I was approved, and then you have
I
to kind of
love
go in
her.
and you
Yeah,
have to do what they call an
totally.
interview.
Whoa. Okay, I think I like her even more now that anonymously, she's
Yeah.
just as sexy as she is like face to screen.
Yeah. And it made her, once we found out who it was, I was like, oh, you're like double as sexy now.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Charlize, What's up?
Call us.
He was in my dressing room and someone opened the door and I was performing. It was a very dramatic scene. And I could hear, because his collar jingles, I could hear there's a sound that he makes because he hops. It's like jing-a-jing-a-jing-a-jing.
No.
I do not like that voice at all.
She sounds like really like nervous.
It sounds like she has like a shaky voice, like
Yeah.
she can't get control of herself, and it's too high pitched.
Yeah. I didn't like that at all.
I have no
I
idea.
have no idea.
Who is that?
It's Jessica Chastain.
What? I had no idea. I feel like when I think Jessica Chastain, I think like she's like such a confident, like beautiful celebrity, like fucking all-star
I
celebrity.
think she's like V overrated.
Oh my god. I don't feel the same way.
Well-
Still call me.
Still call me, but if we meet, don't speak. Well, that was a shocker. Let's do another one.
I am. I was actually going to go to London, but the flights got canceled. I was actually going to build an ark to try to get out of Los Angeles, but I can't even get into London because all of the airports are closed there.
I feel like I know who that is, but I can't place it.
And I feel like this is a sexy person.
So sexy. Like all-star, famous Brad Pitt sexy.
Totally.
But I don't think it's Brad Pitt.
And you know what? I think the voice is sexy in some ways. Like I feel like it sounds very old world almost.
Maybe he's like not British, but like he maybe used to be. Like a Gerard Butler type.
I know, Robert Downey Jr.
It
Is
is.
that not it? Who the is this?
It's Kevin Spacey.
Oh my god!
What's hilarious? Okay, yes, classic voice, kind of
Yeah.
old world. Gosh, I can't believe I didn't pick that as
Me
Kevin
either.
Spacey. I would challenge you though to listen to a Kevin Spacey recording and a Robert Downey Jr. recording because it sounded like him to me. Next.
I don't know if I can tell you. I think if that's like state secrets. I can't divulge that information to you, Beckett.
Oh,
I'm
I know
afraid.
who this is. Harry Potter. It's not Harry Potter.
It's Daniel Radcliffe.
You know what's hilarious though? As far as British accents go, I wasn't particularly drawn to
No,
that
he has
one.
like ugly voice. He's like one of those people who was like a child star, and then when he broke out of that, everyone was like, "Oh my God, Daniel Radcliffe's so hot now." But like, no, he's not.
He did the opposite of Neville Longbottom.
Okay, now he just looks like old Harry Potter.
One more.
Where did you find that recording of my voice?
That was R2D2.
Where did you find my audio diary?
You want me to tell you who it was?
I'm gonna go with Emma Stone.
I'm gonna go with like Miley Cyrus.
You're both right in your own ways. It was Chris Pine.
Well, there you have it. That was surprisingly difficult. In the beginning, I said I thought I would be bad at this, but I actually thought I would be good at it. But I was bad.
Say what you mean. I thought I was gonna be really bad at it, and I was like pretty bad at it. So.
You were slightly better than me, though.
You think? Thank you.
Well, thank you all so much for watching this episode of The Dirty Word, and thank you so much for being here.
Of course.
This was for science.
This was a science experiment, and I'm so glad I was here for it.
This is for the forward movement of the human population, so thank you for your participation. And leave us a comment. Let us know in the comments which celebrity you think has a sexy voice, and remember, stay dirty.